and half-inch plywood exterior walls served as the laboratory. The front wall included a section for replaceable impact panels of brick and cinder block. These panels and the existing plywood exterior wall served as targets for the weapons fired straight on and at an angle of 45 degrees from a distance of 19 meters, about 60 feet, the average engagement distance in urban fighting. Inside were 3 wooden mannequins clothed in utilities and Kevlar helmets, 2 of them wearing fragmentation vests without ballistic inserts. They were placed in various positions within the structure in the midst of typical office furniture. The mannequins are concealed by the walls. AK-47 assault rifle, M16 rifle, M40A1 sniper rifle. First of AK-47 rounds penetrated the brick exterior wall from an angle of 45 degrees, again throwing up a spray of dangerous fragments as they embedded themselves in the rear wall of the first room. The AK-47 easily penetrated plywood, cinder block, and brick exteriors at 0 and 45 degrees. The rounds generated secondary brick and block missiles as they entered and, in many cases, passed through the test structure. A single M16 round, fired from straight on, passed through the plywood exterior wall, through a metal bookcase, through a mannequin with its fragmentation vest, and through an interior wall into a second room where it lodged in the rear wall. A burst of M16 rounds went through the plywood exterior, a mannequin with fragmentation vest, and penetrated into the rear second room, where they went through a metal cabinet and into a mannequin without fragmentation vest. As they exited the mannequin, the rounds dispersed into a 5-foot area in the rear wall of the second room. 3 3-round bursts from the M16 fired directly at the cinder block wall, penetrated the blocks, but did not enter the room beyond. A burst of M16 fire penetrated the brick wall from straight on, generating a spray of secondary projectiles before lodging in the rear wall of the front room. A single M16 round, fired from an angle of 45 degrees, penetrated the plywood exterior, passed through a mannequin and its fragmentation vest, and entered the second room, where it passed through a second mannequin without a vest and lodged in the wall of the second room. A burst of M16 rounds from 45 degrees penetrated the plywood wall, went through the mannequin with a fragmentation vest, and penetrated into the second room. A burst of M16 fire directed against the cinder block exterior wall from 45 degrees was unable to penetrate the wall. And a burst of M16 rounds from 45 degrees was also unable to penetrate the brick exterior wall. M16 single rounds and bursts were highly effective against plywood walls from any angle, causing interior damage, including penetration of fragmentation vests worn by mannequins. An M16 burst penetrated the brick wall from straight on, but not from 45 degrees. Bursts were unable to penetrate cinder block from any angle, but it is expected that repeated impacts in the same location would eat through the block. A single shot from the M40A1 sniper rifle was directed against the plate glass window to indicate obvious danger when fighting in these conditions. From straight on, an M40A1 round penetrated the plate glass and passed through the left cheek of the mannequin, exiting the rear of the mannequin's Kevlar helmet. The round continued into the wall and furniture of the second room and passed completely through the structure.